Welcome. This is Aderyn Postal. Hello. Welcome. I have Jazza's Super Sculpture box here, and I'll be unboxing it. Let's look at the sides first. Bubble wrap. And I'm gonna put this off to the side. First thing, we have Jazza's Super Sculpture box guide booklet. Materials. Monster clay, cosplay, polymer clay, pastels, armatures, making armatures, sculpting a head, sculpting a figure. First thing is a roll-up canvas tool case. A burnishing set. Next there's paintbrushes. We have the steel wire texturing brush tool. We have the rubber tipped sculpting tools or shapers. Next we have the double-ended stainless steel sculpting tools in this fancy case. We have some armature wire. We have the mini ribbon sculpting tools, clay blades, with the acrylic clay roller. I'm excited for this. Cosplay. It's a little tough. I'm sure it will get better when I can work with it. We have some monster clay. This stuff is really soft. I'm excited to work with this. Sculpt 3 in the classic colors. And then last we have the pastels. So many different colors, which is great. So I have all the tools laid out. I am going to be testing out monster clay and the cosplay. I'm not going to be messing with any armatures or anything fancy. This is just to get a feel for the clay and see how it's different from what I've used in the past. I think I'll start with the monster clay. Ha! Okay. Well, the sides are squishy. The middle's more solid. I'm just gonna break off a little bit. It's really soft, which is nice. Jazza did mention in his guide booklet that this is the soft kind, not the medium kind. That's an oopsies. So this, the soft kind doesn't need to be heated up or anything. It's just easy to mold, which is nice. It feels really nice. It doesn't seem to stick to your fingers, which is great. I like making cubes. Seems to come off of surfaces alright. There's not really any film or anything left behind, which is good. I'm gonna pick a random tool. So it is like really soft, so it's easy to move around with the tools and stuff. I don't know if that would make it more difficult to get details, or like if you're doing a lot of stuff right beside each other, like if it would be more difficult because it's so squishy that you might like erase things that you did before. Like that, maybe. But then that's just the medium and trying to figure it out and stuff. I don't think I'll test out every tool. Just because there doesn't seem to be any reason to unless I'm actually making a sculpture. But I'm just messing around. Let's try some of the ribbon tools. So I've used ribbon tools in the past with like clay that you put in a kiln, and it's because that clay is a little not as soft. it's more earthy, I guess. It does cut a little cleaner in that like kiln clay. This is a little, because it's so soft and stuff, it tends to drag itself a little more, it seems like. Although, I haven't worked with kiln, like the nice clay that you can go to a fancy kiln and get fired for years, so it has been a while. The ribbon tools seem to like this clay too. But in all the tools I use not back, but off to the side, so that like if they need to be cleaned, I can clean them. I don't want to forget which tools I used and then not clean them. So rubber tipped shaper tools. Basically all the same, just, a different shape on the end. They should all behave the same. These would be good for, like, refining details. Or, smoothing out parts that you want to be smooth. I haven't honestly used too many tools for sculpting before. I've used like the wire to cut to cut chunks of clay off of like the clay block. Like you can have like a wire with like two handles and then wrap it around the clay and then pull, and it will make nice cuts to it. Like that's really the only clay tool I've used. Other than like something to score with, and then like you score both sides and then you use like watery clay as like glue to stick it together. Obviously you don't need that for this kind of clay because it's just so it's reusable basically, so you don't need to worry about stuff falling off because you could easily just put it back together. After playing with it for like 10 minutes, there is a little bit of residue on the fingers up there. You can tell you've been touching clay, like a specific type of clay. It's not the same kind of feeling you get when using like the earthy kiln clay. It's similar, I think, to polymer clay. Not as tacky. It's not bad, but it's definitely like wash your hands after, because it does feel odd. You probably, even though this is non-toxic clay, you probably still don't want to accidentally eat some of it. It's the burnishing tool. I don't really know what you'd use a burnishing tool for, other than, you know, texturing and pushing stuff around and whatnot. Like, I don't know. Like I've mentioned before, I haven't used many tools with clay before. So I don't really know how to use most of them effectively. The last thing I want to test is the wire thing. I don't know. I think maybe the wire brush was something we used to score the clay and then do the sticking on together thing. That sounds right. Or, you know, just like an X-Acto knife. Alright. And that's it for messing around with the monster clay. I'm gonna try to put it back in the bag. Just so, like, it's labeled and I know what it is. I'm going to try the Cosplay next. Okay, next I'm going to test out the Cosplay. Break off a chunk. So this is definitely not as soft as the monster clay. It is polymer clay, so it does need to be worked before it's easier to deal with. There we go. Once it's worked a little bit, it's nice. Not as soft as the monster clay still, but it is still nice to work with. So this is definitely like more a little tacky, sticky, a little bit compared to monster clay. It's nice. A little more sturdy, I guess. It feels like it would keep details better than the monster clay. But like, it has a nice consistency. Like it's more tacky and has a little melty feeling. It is polymer clay, but with the plastic bendable quality it's supposed to have. I expected a little bit different. I guess not. Try one more tool. I will try another ribbon tool next. I guess circular. It feels easier to cut this than the ribbon tools on the monster clay. It just, I don't know, it feels better. It doesn't seem to leave as much residue on the desk as much as the monster clay did, which is interesting. I'm sure if I let it sit for a while, it would stick more, because it sounds like it sticks more. That's weird. It's coming off and sticking to the rubber tips, which is not great. So not the best for this clay. Good to know. So it's the same with the wire brush thing. Now the burnishing tool. I've been playing with it for quite a while, and it feels like it's getting more tacky with the time. Okay, I'm going to put the cosplay back in the bag as well. It definitely feels so different than the chunk of clay. And there we go. So that was testing out the monster clay and the cosplay in Jazza's Super Sculpture Box. I'm looking forward to making something with them in the future.